Hey guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to HOI4 number 4. We're carrying on playing as Belgium or Belgica. Right, the game is loading. Let's see where we left off. If I'm not mistaken, we just finished our war with the Soviets. As you can see, we are once again repelling a naval invasion by the British. Interestingly enough, it is getting tougher to repel them than it was before. Interesting. I might want to manually move a unit over. Can I do that? I should be able to do that. Hold on, why? Oh, okay, there we go. Cool. On to Amiens. So I think what we need to really start doing is we need to start building more of these. Oh, there's actually already coastal forts in place here. Not in all these places, you can see. It looks like we might want to actually enhance what we've got here. Up to a higher level. Alright, we got... These are not necessarily the best troops to have, is it? So I'm going to put 4, or make it 5 into training. Yeah, I know about... Ooh, we got unread results here. Rocket interceptor is what we're currently researching. In terms of construction, it says we're doing some outdated stuff here. It looks to be talking about this specific bit here. Improved light tank destroyer. Now, I think what I want to basically do is say, yes, perfect. But why does it not increase any of the bits here then? Okay, I don't see much difference compared to what we had just a second ago. We are still producing more factories, so that's one of the things we should see as well. See, I'm getting more into the weapon production itself here. I got towed anti-air, I got my other anti-air here as well. As you can see, we're stockpiling some of that. Tank destroyers, it says I'm working on upgrades. Let's actually move that down a bit here as well. I'm going to put some extras in there. Particularly armored cars, I think I might want to increase that even further. Let's bring it up to 4. Key reason being, I want to ultimately replace my cavalry with just that. Okay, I'm done here for the moment being. We got some naval results here where we managed to destroy some enemy bits and bobs. So at the moment I am defending part of the German coast here. Now I'm curious as to why it is that the Germans themselves are not involved in that defense. So yeah, I'm gonna basically see about that. This unit here, I haven't actually decided what to do with them yet. So let's go through all of these. So these guys, I'm actually moving them all the way east here towards the coast with Japan. Japan currently is engaged in a war with another faction here. As you can see here. Are we at war with any of these? It doesn't look like it. Afghanistan is not involved. India is not involved. Iran is not involved. Iraq is on the sideline. This, of course, is territory where we are involved. Yes, we did do the Belgian gates here, which was all the way over here. Then we can actually work on the iron wall. This works on land port construction. Yeah, it's a relatively quick one to do, so let's just do that. I've successfully decrypted various different nations' bits and bobs. Let's work on the next factor here. It says we're moving out. Well, why don't I move them down here? Hold on. That's my spies that I'm basically seeing there. Okay. As you can see, it says that they're attacking, but I don't necessarily see it happening. Our offer of purchase being accepted by Finland. What did we offer them to purchase? I don't remember. That must have been this last episode. Anyways, we're not going to get rid of the bits there. We're not going to get rid of bits there. Women in the workforce, as you can see, we can get that once we got total mobilization. Now that, of course, is for here. Because what that will do, it'll reduce the recruitable population by 3%. And if I then bring the women into the workforce, I know it brings down stability by 5%, but it offsets the loss of recruitable population. So that's 100. Whereas the other one is 150. So I can actually combine those two really, really nicely. So that percentage here stays the same. So you can see, the negative of the 3% for total mobilization, plus the women in the workforce you see again, bringing that 3% back in. Now, unfortunately, what we're also seeing is that our population or our units are not necessarily getting everything they need. So I was still contemplating what to do with these. Did I actually give them orders already? They look to... yeah, I just set them to defensive orders. So these guys, what did I tell them to do? Yes, they were going to move south here. And these guys are going to move to the border here with Turkey. Modern day Turkey, that is. Okay, let's push all the way through here. Okay, that should be a victory in no time whatsoever. Again, battle results at sea. Always good to see that. And then from there, we're also going to push into that last bit here. Now, these guys ran out of organization, so that's, again, something to keep an eye on. Like I said, stability would have dropped. Partly because of course, the total mobilization, then causing me to have to get the women into the workforce. So base stability has been affected by that, but there's other bits that we can do to basically bring stability back up. And we will work our way through those eventually. For now, as you can see, we're basically buying here some, was it tank destroyers? Light tanks, actually, we're buying here. And we're buying also some trains from Germany. The reason being, we kept on having an issue with our number of trains that we needed versus what we had in the stockpile. Trucks is in a relatively good position. I think we could do with some more trucks, though. So as you can see, it says it got need for reinforcements. I'm actually going to increase the number of factories working on that. And as you can see here, we just got some extra bits in already. Because we went to total mobilization, we should also see that we got less here. So we're at the 10% at the moment. So we can actually say we want to move on to this one here. Now that really comes into play. So you got a surplus here. I got a surplus here. Thank you very much, Bulgaria, for the time that you actually lent us the resources that we needed. It's a waste of a bit of a factory, wasn't it? We're bringing it up to a more reasonable level by taking it from Vichy France. As you can see, oil, we are still importing oil. I don't think I necessarily need to, because as you can see, we are extracting oil ourselves already. So I could say thank you very much for all the oil that you lent me over time. Let's see, that's still on the rise, as you can see. That's pretty cool. Now, this is mostly due to... Oh, the need for trucks has risen. Interesting. That I did not expect. So, which have got good reliability? 65, 65, 80%. Spanish ones. This is also 80%. There's even some trains, but these are Russian Empire trains. Interesting. Economic capacity cost, that's quite high. 65. How comes the price is the same for all of those? That makes so little sense. Okay, these are here at 80%. Okay, marvelous. If we speak to the Germans, as you can see, we can actually ask for control of a state. I'm kind of inclined to go for Brittany here. There you go. Thank you, Germany. The reason being that basically makes some of our supply routes a little bit easier here. Dublin landing operation. Interesting.
Attention! Écoutez!
Okay.
Continuez d'avancer!
As you can see, this is now basically my general versus their general. We stand at 90%. So there's a lot of troops there that potentially might want to escape. We'll see how that goes. Could I deploy another set of fighters here? Possibly. I don't have enough in reality though. No, we're going to decline that. Thank you very much. Insufficient rubber. Yeah, I kind of had that feeling that that would happen. Not worth it really to only get 3. Ah, the East Indies, if only. If only. So these guys are currently standing by, as you can see. I want to get more flyers over there. So I'm actually going to do that by doing the following. We're losing fighters, but they are actually losing more fighters. What we should also be able to see is... Yes, thank you very much for that fact that you gave us control here. See, that's a pretty good idea to basically reinforce, particularly the ports with an extra level. These are land forts we're building. Oops, I can go with one less. That should already had 2, but for some reason it didn't. Interesting. Okay, then here we got a whole line already set up. Nice. We cannot build them in, of course, the German bits. Iron Wall is on the way. What else can we see that's of importance here? Yeah, these guys are no longer needed here, it looks like. I know I basically sent them here with orders to work on that. In reality, I probably want to start working on a second set of those. Oh, how lovely. Now, I don't have a fighter wing ready here. But it sounds like I need to get one ready there. Okay. Chance to repel the raid is at 48% at the moment. Probably should really start building some other things here, like the anti-air. That would help. So where, I guess they're doing that from Iraq, I suspect. I'm not entirely sure, but that sounds like a reasonable. Raid plans have been intercepted. Well, that's pretty cool that at least they were intercepted. To increase the chance of a successful defense, decrease enemy air superiority over the region, currently at, okay. Furthermore, construct anti-air in the region. So if I basically see that Azerbaijani anti-air is listed here, Azerbaijan, let's put that at the top priority. How long is that going to take? It's going to take not too long. Actually, that's a relatively quick one to build. As you can see, we basically got this in our hands now. Chance to repel has been increased substantially. But intercept missions. Okay. If I do this one on intercept. So bizarre. I might actually want to build a radar here as well. The chance to intercept will actually increase by, of course, having the radar here. Insufficient rudder. Yes, I'm aware of that, and I'm still working on alleviating that issue because, of course, I'm working on these entities here. I'm just bringing it up a little bit. Currently, no attacks taking place. These, of course, are my reserves. Ooh. That one is huge, as you can see. I'm actually going to break this into several separate ones. 22 each in size. Yeah, that would be fine. They're fighting off the Iberian coast, it says. Okay, for now. It says these are docked in Holland. Okay. The rest, I think I just want to merge it into there. If I select this one and put it into there. Yes, I know that that is going to happen. It's a relatively big fleet, as you can see. Move a few bits over. I think that should do for the most part. I'm going to move one back. Yep, that should do. Just because I got two battleships here, I want to basically provide that little bit of extra protection there. Just in case. And where are they based? Docked in Vlaanderen. Repairing in Vlaanderen, okay. Again, if I look on here, I can increase that slightly. But a dockyard currently used for repairs is relatively limited. Engaged in battles, okay. This one I'm actually going to add 2 there. Same with that one. Okay, this one can actually start doing the raiding just as well. And this one can start doing the convoy raiding as well. So if I look at this carefully, these are engaged. Fine, happy with that. These are just moving to the assigned areas, so that's perfect as well. Military police we've just been able to upgrade, and I'm actually going to push that towards the next level once I can. That's not going to be now. This gives me additional soft attack and so forth, which is going to be quite useful. Okay. This is going to help in the defense of these islands. Look at that. They tried to attack me. That's what it came down to. Wow. Okay, we lost 2 submarines. It's not too bad, I would say. Not too bad. Okay, these guys are still moving. And as you can see, there is a bit of a supply issue there, it looks like. Now, Vladivostok, and there's another supply hub there. I think I want to basically build a train connection there. So I just briefly go back here. Go back to this territory here and actually say build a train connection between there. And there. That's a level 2. So we're going to build this at level 2 as well. And I'm going to straight away push it up to the top because that could actually help us quite a lot here. That's already level 2. That is a level 1. God knows why that's a level 1. Crikey. Okay, let's move this one down a little bit. It doesn't have to have the highest priority. That one is actually more important. Tires, tires, tires. Keeps on being an issue. Combat casualties is of course being highlighted here, as you can see. And here we have finished with our unit here as such. Let's select them all again and basically put them on here. And then select only the other half and then put them on there. Hold on. Why don't you want to be assigned? Okay, well, be assigned, but don't do anything with it, basically, is what I would like to see. Right, these units are digging in, which is good. These units here, what should I do with them? In reality, that number is getting to be too low for my liking. We did lose something here, nothing majorly. These units here, I can as well basically just move them back. Ah, forget about that. I shouldn't have done that. They're still on the right order, so that's fine for now. These guys here, though, they're in the south. Let me just put them here for now. I don't need them there in reality. Yeah, that should do for now. They're good. These guys are moving down here. Oh, it's such a small strip here. Okay, we need those trucks urgently. I always thought trucks were not such an urgent issue to deal with. But this is probably also impacted quite strongly by the fact that we're not getting enough rubber in at the moment. Okay, let's make sure we get these done as quickly as we can as well. Go back home and see, can we build more synthetic factories here? Yes, we can. Champagne. Okay, so I got a few more in the pipeline, which I'll basically prioritize shortly. So here we were able to take out a convoy. More convoys were taken out here as well. And as you can see, there is an engagement ongoing. If I look at my admiral, anti-submarine and a submarine specialist. he becomes an advisor, but he's not available at the moment. He's only available in this section here, isn't it? There we go. Georges Timmermans. Okay. Keep on rejecting their requests. We lost 2 submarines, but they lost 6. And I kind of suspect that these are some of the old Soviet ones. Okay, one is actually Belgian in terms of build. Okay. This is at its max already now, isn't it? What am I supposed to do with that? I need to basically get that second branch opened up. I can develop tungsten mine and also here chromium mines. I'm not importing any of that at the moment. As you can see, I'm importing some tungsten. Chromium I don't need to import because I got a surplus, but tungsten would be interesting to do something with. But I need first to have access to excavation number 3. Our chance to repel is at 77.1% at the moment. Okay, let's have a look. The only other airfield here is there. I could deploy them, of course, with some other intercept orders here as well. And of course, my manpower is a slowly rising issue. Okay, that's being resolved. That means we got more availability of factories to deal with all the construction we're doing here. We should get more truck production up shortly as well. Naval invasion. There are enemy naval invasion targeting these states of Vlaanderen. And okay. Then also here we see naval invasion over here. You can plan as much as you want, but as long as we're not involved in the war here, not really going to do you much good, is it? Portuguese Timor.
Donnez vos ordres.
We got Croatian units here. Okay. We got Hungarian units here, and we got Bulgarian units here. Interesting that they position themselves here. That is, yeah, at the moment, because they're not involved in the war, it's not really going to be any benefit to them as such. Right, these guys here, they're part of this army, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's this army, number 1, really. There's no attrition occurring, which is great. Okay, fuel refining has been done. Artillery, I could do another boost too. Support artillery gets a boost and normal artillery also gets a boost. It's a relatively quick one to do. Anything else completing shortly? Yeah, electronic torpedoes will complete shortly.
Attention.
So these guys are all the way on the east now.
Attention.
These guys are on defense for the time being. These guys are moving here as well. These guys are on the defense at the moment. So I'm actually moving them over to the other field marshal. Gives me a bit more capacity here. And as you can see, manpower is dropping still. Probably need to go to the next tier. Okay, what happened here? Bypass since we are at war with them. Our southern neighbor. Oh, okay. Now this is nice because this actually gets me an additional 1.5% recruitable. Temporary drop in division organization as well as experience gain for the army. Protect against France. So that's my 1.5%. And that, in reality, that's not going to cost me political power. So that's actually quite useful to have. We got monthly population growth there, and we also got monthly population growth through this guy. So we should see a 20% growth. Is that 20%? How do we know if that's 20%? So let's take out the calculator. Let's do this differently. Turkey joins the... Ooh, that is not exactly what I hoped, is it? So let's pause this for a second. So these guys are currently here. I'm going to have to move them. I'm actually going to have to move them here. Because we're not going to see anything happening on the current location, I would say. We got units here already. They're dug in at the moment. They haven't got too many opponents across from them. That should be okay for now. These guys, I will want to get them involved as well. Same with these guys here. So if I take one of these and actually say, let's put you on that front line here with orders to push into here. And these guys actually, maybe better if I put these guys on that border. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Because these got some mechanized units in there, which would be beneficial to have there. These guys, I will probably want to move them here as well. And from there, we're going to push. Actually, let's push all the way into Beirut and such, and then actually towards Cairo. I'm going to take these guys. I'm going to not have them on that line here that I thought initially. This is army number 1. I'm actually going to put them on that same line here with orders to push also all the way down here through Ethiopia and so forth. Okay, let's get that clock rolling again. Do I want to basically... Have they got command power points they're building up? Probably not the best in terms of all the bits and bobs there, but okay, let's see what we can do with them. So these guys here, I could merge them with that one. It means that they will have to basically get on a ship and make their way northwards. United Kingdom is got land here, and next to that we see, this looks like, is that Mexican or is it Ethiopian even potentially? Okay, special project available. Did I see that correctly? Yeah, it seems to say so. Okay, so we can work on a special project. Flame tank, military engineering vehicle. What's that do for me? I'm inclined to go for this one. Okay, I should do that from here, shouldn't I? Nice. Now this guy is in a facility, but he's not doing anything at the moment because I don't have the relevant points to actually assign to him. But as we start doing more research later on, that should change for us. On their way. These guys are on their way as well. These guys are on their way. Why have we got a unit up here still? Okay. He must have gotten lost along the way. As you can see, the Germans and such are moving down here as well now. these guys, I'm gonna still select half of them and actually say focus on that one instead. How on earth do I do this? Well, let's do that again. So it's these ones that are basically differently assigned. They're assigned to go towards Portsmouth. I'm pretty sure that currently we don't have superiority of any sort here. No, we don't. Now I will change the design of my airplanes once I get the relevant technology in. As you can see at the moment, we don't have aerial superiority, but our average air attack is higher than their air defense. So we actually shot down their planes, but we're not dominating. Okay, and that's also partly to do with the fact that we don't have enough vision here. I suspect they got radar and such here. The railway is almost finished there. And we just actually finished the air defense here. That region, that means that this should now have dropped to 86.1% because we got that anti-air in the region. So we got 2 out of 5. We could boost it even higher. If I do that, as you can see, that brings it up to a good higher percentage. We don't necessarily want to rely upon the enemy's contributions. We want to be able to change our recruitable population to a higher percentage. So we're not going to call our allies in there. The German protector of Denmark is... It says no faction. Why is it not part of the Axis? Did they leave the faction somehow? It looks like it, doesn't it? So am I at war with them as well? Where did it say who I'm at war with? So if I actually look in here at the country, I need to do that from this mode, of course. It tells me I'm at war with the Italians. I'm at war with... Can I speak to them and actually ask them if I can join the war? No. Marvelous. Electronic torpedoes were done. 1944. I'm actually going to work on the next engine design first. Next item to complete will be the centimetric radar. Once that completes, why can I not declare war upon them? Why did they join the Allies? But it says Turkey is fighting a defensive war. They're fighting against me as well. They are. But they're also fighting against the Bulgarians, it says. Okay. If that is the case, then I should be able to attack them. All right, let's have a look at where my airplanes are. As you can see, I got airplanes operating in that region here, which is perfectly fine. This I don't need anymore. I can now focus upon a different region here. And as you can see, I should be able to then focus upon Greece from there. Or the part of Greece that's we're seeing there. So we're dominating the air already there. That goes towards the west. That, of course, allows me to basically then go to Georgia, but then actually operate in a different capacity. They are operating over northern France, which I want to keep on doing. And here we got western France. We already got units operating in. Okay, that's fine. Unlock more for the Cockerill agency here. This is the naval bit. Only for screens, maximum speed gets boosted. I'm not producing any screens. Thank you very much. We're working on mobilizing the nation, as you can see. Okay, so let's see those units getting into play here. I really need to recover my organization, and once they've done that, they haven't engaged me here as of yet. My units are pouring in slowly, but surely. I still have a train line to build here, it looks like. Have I got more train lines? I do have more train lines to do. Tbilisi. Batumi. Yes, that's that train line there. Acacia? This one. Let's make sure I keep the right ones at the very top that I need to keep there. Like this one and this one. This one's nice to have, but I think I need to basically get those train line connections here prioritized over anything else. Okay. We already see that we got some shortages here. And it does look like now I need to actually start importing a bit more oil, which I had originally imported from my friends here in Romania. And as I'm basically using more oil, I need to increase that, unfortunately. So 42 days for the next bit of tech to finish. Need more oil. Yes, I'm aware of that. But actually these would be quite important then. 20th of February, which is not too far from now. They actually got fortifications in place, interestingly enough. And it would be so interesting to be able to help them push. I just need to get the organization up on these guys here. No fortifications here. Interesting. Why on earth do you decide to join the Allies when the Allies are not in a proper state to be able to help you? Oh, the British put units here now. But also the Turkish still got units there. Okay, recruitable has increased a bit, which is fine. I really want to get that number through here. Can I combine that with that 10%? Potentially. Yes, my output will drop. I am aware of that. But I've actually already increased my output, haven't I? So the switch here between these two is actually that additional 10%. Okay. So it looks like we lost... Oh, it wasn't us, luckily. Still, our faction lost some bits there. We intercepted some ships here. Should I do this bit of the coast as well? Potentially. Let's add that to the mix. We're not dominating any of these, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's beneficial to be able to at least pass through. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. We're still inflicting losses on them, which is good to see. Okay. They have fortifications here, but not the right type. Interestingly enough. Okay, I'm not going to put too much push on that side.
Paré.
As you can see, they've got units supporting them here now.
Chez vous.
That could work out in their favor.
Oui, chef. Prêt au départ. Paré.
Okay.
Bougez-vous.
Let's get at least more of these port cities in our hands. Then we can, of course, also go by the train lines here.
Écoutez.
Ooh, I didn't realize we actually could attack them directly there, but that is perfectly fine.
Bougez-vous.
As you can see, there's no rail connection between here and there. That's not a big issue, I would say.
Continuez d'avancer. Bougez-vous. Paré.
Really? Why are you moving that away?
Bougez-vous.
Okay.
Continuez l'attaque.
Okay. We're still in the positives. The numbers haven't really started dropping yet. They will soon,
Paré.
once we try to replenish our losses. We got already the manpower allocated to all of this. In reality, you never really want to really reach a 0 point here. That would be disastrous if you did. More convoys destroyed. Always welcome. Yeah, the fortifications help them quite strongly here, and particularly there you would see that.
Oui, chef. Donnez vos ordres. Bougez-vous.
Okay.
Bougez-vous.
Okay. Let's go straight for Istanbul from there. Ooh, their reserves are actually units with already losses on there. Nice that we're seeing some progress here.
Prêt au départ. Vos ordres.
It looked like you were withdrawing, so I kind of like, okay, we can actually help out there.
Bougez-vous. Vos ordres.
More of them are pulling back as well, it looks like. That's turning positive again. Ooh, it looks like they actually had enemy air superior to reduction. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. So I suspect we're losing some of our airplanes, which is not a big issue really. Oh, we finally got a surplus again. I thought we had a shortage of trucks. That's probably because we had them all the way in the east, isn't it? And they were closer to our supply hubs here, so yes. Works in our favor at the moment.
Prêt, chef. Bougez-vous. Écoutez.
Okay.
Vos ordres. Prêt au départ.
Slight change of everything there. Still level 5 only. Getting closer to level 6.
Parti.
Why did that change? Got air support, it says. Okay. If I look at my air force, I'm sure I've got one unit that has here somewhere. Walloon, and they're operating over the Benelux region. I don't need them there, I need them here, really. Let's reposition them. once we got them here. That should help us in our engagement here.
Bougez-vous. Oui, chef.
Let's move towards the trap zone as well.
Formez les rangs. Bougez-vous. Prêt au départ.
Okay, push, push, push.
Aux ordres. Parez.
Okay, I know I'm not going to win that bit, but at least if I can put the effort in of making it look like I'm actually wanting to go that way, it helps. Prevents that particular location from being reinforced.
Bougez-vous.
Okay, they get some reinforcements, but not too big a set of reinforcements here.
Attention.
77, yep. Ooh, actually our population or manpower is actually growing more than I thought it would. That's pretty cool. We already got this in there, which is good. We got that in there as well. What else could I put in here? Can't put engineers in there, unfortunately. Can I put it in here? Oh, I don't have field hospitals there yet. Probably should have done that far earlier. I'm sure I'm going to have a shortage of probably this by now, I thought. Actually, it's not that bad. I got a decent surplus, and particularly if you look at this, I could start selling some of my infantry weaponry. Luxembourgish equipment number 1. Should really look for the basic stuff, isn't it? That's German. Infantry equipment number 1. Oh, that's from the Congo. Interesting. Infantry equipment number 1. It's such low number, some of it. This is purely our own stuff. I'm not sure why I would want to sell that. But have a look at this one, for example. It's infantry equipment number 1. I want to sell all of it for a normal price. You might already have guessed why I'm doing that.
Aux ordres.
Okay, we made some strides here, but at the same time it looks like we're now
Donnez vos
getting
ordres.
stuck down here, which is a bit unfortunate.
Prêt au
I
départ.
didn't give him orders to do any attacks as of yet. No attrition here, luckily. That's good. We did lose some here in terms of manpower.
Écoutez.
I suspect it's to basically recover from the losses suffered on the eastern flank here.
Donnez vos ordres. Bougez-vous.
Nice.
Formez les rangs.
And they're straight away trying to attack again, which is fine.
On se met.
The nice thing for us now here really is we got those fortifications, the land forts in our hands.
Prêt au départ. Aux ordres.
Okay.
Parez.
Nice.
Formez les rangs. Prêt au départ. Donnez vos ordres.
Okay.
Écoutez.
Yeah, you can try to reinforce what you want over here, but it's not gonna get much done, I would really say.
Parez.
Okay. What are we looking like? Almost an hour. Yeah, that's not really what I had hoped for, but okay. We can actually, of course, improve our artillery. That's for towed anti-tank. Production efficiency cap. What's that looking like at the moment for the artillery? It's actually already a really good rate. So I don't necessarily need to do that at the moment. Same with this one. I've done them already here. Actually, I've done these two as well. To be able to do this, I need to do this one first. I need to have done that one as well. So defense or breakthrough. I'm actually going to go for defense here. Yep. As you can see, it tells us we're still building outdated equipment here. That's the Mark 1, and that's this one also. Okay, both have been updated and both have been sent the relevant updates, which is nice to see. I need to hold them in place here. I know I'm going to lose with that. But it's really just to prevent those reinforcements from pushing through too quickly. Okay, this one I'm going to leverage there as well. They're pushing westwards. Okay, more push there. Available projects. Oh, finally. Of course, I got that facility now. And I've got this particular person who's actually specialized in submarine research. So marvelous. And we actually got 2 in terms of his skill level. This makes it possible for us to build a cruiser submarine hull. Air independent propulsion. So inclined to look for this. On research completion, you can gain a 100% discount for one design template, which can be for cruiser submarine. Okay. Midget submarine I don't want to do. Let's start working on that cruiser submarine. See what that will do for us. Okay. We got that position here now. Nice. Okay, this we can stop. You can stop. You can stop. Okay, nice. Let them reshuffle what they need to reshuffle, I would say, at this point. If I take this guy from here and push him southwards as well. Are we at war with Iraq? Is a target for foreign war goals. That's interesting, isn't it? That is so interesting. Iran. We could, of course, improve our stance with them if we wanted to. I need to import more steel, it says. Interesting. That's not one I've come across before, but okay. If that's the case, then that's the case. Okay. As you see here, we got units moving in this direction here.
Tir ennemi.
Yeah, we're not going to attack him there. Not at the moment, at least.
Les rangs.
Supplies will be a bit of an issue down here.
Formez les rangs.
Let's move into vans. Are there supply hubs down here at all? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ow. Or is there a hub or is there not a hub here? Supplies from hubs. Ah, okay. The hub being that one. Interesting. That probably moved to the bottom now, didn't it? Okay, I moved that to the top, so at least we can get that done as well. But Gazia. Yes, we got a supply hub here. Ooh, yes. That really needs to get top priority. Because once we connect that up, we can actually resupply our units from there. Huh. Ours. Who built that? That must have been the Turks beforehand. So convenient.
Formez les rangs. Formez les rangs.
Oh, that's the wrong order I gave. Wrong order. See, this always defended like crazy at the moment. And really, there's nothing going to get through here.
Attention.
For me, the issue now is supplies.
Chef.
These guys, I don't really need them here anymore. That's army number 1. For now, I'm going to reposition them again to be right here. I just don't want to waste them at the moment. That's my biggest thing. Okay. That's almost complete.
Paré.
Really these green guys at the moment that are my biggest movers.
Attention.
He's been learning a heck of... He's a level 6 now. Was he the guy that we actually made into an infantry expert? Yes, we did. And that's actually given us a nice perk for our infantry at the moment.
Donnez vos ordres. Bougez-vous. Vos ordres.
Okay. That becomes a lot harder to defend there, unfortunately. The fact that the British now put some of their troops here makes it far harder for us. This has all been in our favor. Interesting. Really interesting. Okay, if I look at this, another 3. Gonna reinforce that fleet there. He's got all the bits that I want him to have already, so that's fine in reality. He's skill level 5 at the moment, and that's still going up. We did lose something here. Yeah, we lost some convoys. I'm not sure why we had convoys there. Is that because we were getting some of those additional units in? That could well be the case. So as you can see, they're still moving here through Africa. You see France, okay. Don't know how they were moving, but never mind. Doesn't really matter now. Okay, that position here, it's... actually, we're in a pretty good state here compared to them.
Attention. Et chef. Prêt, chef.
Okay. Ooh, if they're pushed up before their reinforcements can come in,
Vos ordres?
that would be so interesting, wouldn't it?
Bougez-vous. On les repousse, chef.
Let them work on the defense here. Allows them to dig in.
Continuez l'attaque.
I know they're not really dug in yet, but they will be able to start digging in.
Donnez vos ordres. Attention.
As you can see, even though there were fortifications here,
Oui, chef.
it didn't really help them.
Prêt, chef. Formez les rangs.
Question then, of course, gets to be who gets to go there first.
Vos ordres.
Why don't I take that position as well?
Vos ordres. Prêt, chef.
That's another supply hub. So again, if I can link that up, money in the bank once again. Might get into double line there.
Écoutez.
As you can see, they're trying to push into here already. Germans are defending, but shortly, as you can see, we are helping here with the defense. Now, we're not on the front line yet. We're basically in here as reserves. But as you can see, we got 11% chance of basically being selected to join the front line. Hold on, there's no troops there whatsoever.
Prêt au départ.
Am I wrong? No, it has to go through there, interestingly enough. Okay, let's not do that.
Attention.
Ah, or why?
Prêt au départ.
Which of our troops are engaged in that?
Prêt, chef.
None. At least that's what it seems to say. Okay. Western Front. Ooh. Yeah, that's being dealt with already, it looks like.
Écoutez.
Let's send them to help intervene there. Amount of deliveries. Ooh, you want to buy equipment? That's fine. Go ahead. You can buy that. More convoy intercepts. That's good. Closer and closer we're getting to the next level. Why is that getting a negative at the moment? Is that because of... because of course we're leveraging it for various different bits of research. Yes, that makes more sense now. As you can see, we've got 3 of them with research ongoing there. Experimental facilities. We've got a bit of a breakthrough here that I hadn't seen yet. Okay, perfect. I cannot assign anyone there because I don't have enough people to assign. Augustus Picard. Is he French? Sounds French. Or maybe he's Belgian. He should be Belgian in reality, but okay. Insufficient rubber. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's why we got these facilities in our queue, but I need to basically get those supplies in as well. Because the supplies help us reduce our casualties through attrition. Okay. So looking in here, as you can see at the moment, we're using a C connection here to get those supplies in. It does seem to imply at the moment here. We should be able to get supplies to move through here as well. I don't see it, but okay. That's well enough defended.
Écoutez,
Not sure why they're going down there.
continuez l'attaque.
Okay, our horse unit is engaging as well. And our general is now in charge here. How's he doing? He's at 85%. Pretty decent. More naval invasions here, which are being fought off by the Vichy French units at the moment. At least defended against, I should say. That one might be lost soon. Okay. Here we are selling stuff. Are we? Who's providing these convoys? We can of course sell more stuff through here. Those are the Dutch ones. Interesting. Hold on. Where's this from? This is actually from Indonesia, it looks like. Yeah, we can sell that stuff back to you. Cost-wise, it makes little difference. Keep on losing stuff here, which is fine. They're trying to naval invade here somehow or whatever. As you can see, there are units there. They could, in theory, invade that section there. In theory. I just don't see it happening anytime soon, but okay, that's fine. That one becomes available shortly, but I don't want to use it because I really want to go for, of course, the extensive conscription upgrade to the next year. Okay, so that has been dealt with. Here in eastern Turkey, we are pushing.
Formez les rangs. Oui, chef. Formez les rangs.
Okay.
Écoutez. Vos ordres.
Okay.
Prêt, chef.
Yeah, that will help in the defense.
Donnez vos ordres. Prêt, chef.
I don't need to do lots of pushing there, luckily, so that's good. Looks like we finally got all those train connections up to a decent extent. This is the Poti to Abkhazia. It's almost done. Then we can really get that focus in here on these refineries. Defense on that territory here. I think we are finally starting to see some of that attrition coming through. I think what I want to do, I want to start modifying this front line a bit. So if I move this one further south, Let's head up to that point. And I can take this one and actually move it further this way. Or let's do that slide adjustment slightly further south here. Let them really deal with that southern part here properly.
Écoutez. Prêt, chef.
Okay.
Donnez vos ordres. Bougez-vous.
I'll deal with that in just a moment.
Prêt, chef. Bougez-vous.
Push deeper into here.
Attention. Bougez-vous. Bouchez-vous.
Yeah, we can help push. Right, we got that research slot free now. We can actually work on our aircraft research, which is what I wanted to do for a little while already. This we're working on already, so let's go ahead, and that means that this is slowed down even further because we now got even more allocated towards the Air Force. Right, we're going to call it a day in just a second. Let me just see what I need to do here further. Okay, that's good. We got less attrition occurring here now. Up in the north, we do see more of our troops ready to shift positions.
Vos ordres.
They're trying to attack us here now. Okay, there is a Indian unit there. Interesting.
Écoutez. Bougez-vous.
Let's push into there. Let's at least reposition, maybe I should say. The Indian unit will be pushed back. At least that reduces the force deployed against them there.
Continuez l'attaque.
Then I can push straight onto that particular supply hub there. Because I'm sure there's a supply hub there. There is indeed. So we're getting deeper in that territory here.
Vos ordres. Attention.
Okay.
Formez les rangs.
Okay. That's Turkish units. There's not really much encircling happening here at the moment, so, but yeah. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at that. And luckily, I've got these guys here at my disposal, so I can actually start deploying them really easily. I'm just wondering, why did the Germans leave that all open? It's this one I'm dealing with here. Free French units. And one thing I always wondered is, yes, of course, there are the garrison units that are working around the clock as well. But they're not going to do that much, are they? They're not being decimated or anything of that sort. At least that's the impression I'm getting. Anyways, guys, like I said, we need to call it a day. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. In the meantime,